Yo, what's going on everybody, and welcome to a little bit of something different. Today we are doing a tier list on all the most popular anime series. As a connoisseur myself, not really. Obviously, this is completely my opinion. This isn't certified, this isn't what the world believes, this is just my opinion. So before you start typing in the comments, oh, but you put this there when it should be there. No, stop it. It's my opinion. And I'll give reasons for my opinions. So at least hopefully then you can compromise with me. So I suppose we start off with Dragon Ball Z. And I think there's only one right place this can go. Yes, it has to. It is iconic. It is what got me into anime in itself. Dragon Ball Z has to be a S, no questions. This is the only one that I will say, if you don't put it up here, you're wrong. You're biased. Because of just how iconic this is. That might be Dragon Ball. This one says Dragon Ball Kai. I'm going to say that Dragon Ball Kai is meant to be Dragon Ball Z. So yes, Dragon Ball Z just has to be up there for iconic. I feel like it's a part of many people's lives. It's just the pinnacle of shonen. Dragon Ball Z, 100% S tier. The original Dragon Ball series. Oh, this could be controversial. I'm putting it there only purely because I haven't watched all of it. It's just a little bit outdated, so it doesn't really catch your attention span just like the other ones do. It just doesn't quite hit the same. It's more of like a kid's show where it's just like more about the adventure and not about the story, like the fighting story. There's still got some good parts in it, but it just doesn't quite hit the same. I think I'm going to also match Dragon Ball Super there, just because it has picked up, and if we're talking about the manga as well, where it's going with Goku's dad Bardock and bringing it back, I like where it's going. It's finally getting some story back, but for the majority of Super, obviously with the anime, it's had its rough animation. And it just doesn't seem to have much of a story going, especially like as cool as Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan God's Super Saiyan looks. It's just rehashed a bit. Ultra Instinct was a sick idea and I'll stand by it. Ultra Ego is a sick idea and I'll stand by it. If they hadn't added that, probably would put it in D. I've seen potential of it going higher. And like I said, where it is in the manga at the moment, it could potentially go higher, but obviously I don't know any further. At this point of recording, it's only just come up with the chapter of Bardock where Goku remembers him. Picasso, I like it. Pokemon. I'm personally gonna put it in A because Pokemon owns the world. It's been around for so many years and still at the top. Pokemon cards, the number one like insane selling thing. That I've actually watched some of it as well.
Ooh, you're odd.
So it still holds up today. And then it did get a little bit boring, I won't lie. But I can't, for its whole iconicness and like for Pokemon Go, loads of Pokemon games, you just can't deny it. The only reason I won't put it into S, because I think S is something that's got to be so personally amazing to me, and just amazing in general. Whoa, High School DXD.
I'm not the only one having a hard time right now, right?
What were you just watching?
Right. Hear me out.
We must stay focused, brothers.
I'm gonna get so much flag for this one. This show is so good for what it is. I also watched this, I watched this in the English dub. I think that's also what made it funnier, because hearing what they say.
What do you need, he say? I'll do anything in my power to assist you.
In that case, let me poke your titties.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like I can't put it any higher because, realistically, the plot's a bit shit. There's not much fighting, and when it is, it's not anything crazy. I've just put it there just because it's funny. It's just funny. And that's the only reason there.
Stop the cap.
Hunter x Hunter. I haven't watched it, and to be honest, don't think I ever will. They didn't finish the show. It doesn't look interesting to me. I haven't watched it, so I'm not going to rank it. Just looks a bit boring to me. Not sure what that is. Is that Blue Exorcist? I don't know, I haven't watched it anyway. Not sure what that one is. Not sure what that one is either. Ah! Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
Yo! Ah!
Honestly, solid B. What it is as a romantic comedy, a rom-com, it's really enjoyable and fun to watch. It starts off, we both know the two main characters like each other, but they don't want to be the one to confess. So then we go through every episode of them trying to get the other one to confess to them. And it's just done in such a unique, different way, and the side characters as well are really interesting. Obviously, you got Chica, who took over the world. Not all for good reasons, though. And with Yu Ishigami as well, I like his side part of where he's all a timid character, and with backstory with that absolute bitch.
Go to hell, dumbass.
I was a big fan, but at the end of the day, it's just a wholesome, fun, enjoyable time. I haven't watched that. Classroom Elite also haven't watched. Tokyo Ghoul, I haven't watched it. I've heard good and bad things about Tokyo Ghoul. I don't really want to watch it. 7 Deadly Frames. The only reason, right, hear me out. The only reason I'm putting it in E is because this was the show that got me back into watching anime.
Perhaps I treated you too harshly.
That shit was ass.
So I have a little bit of gratefulness for that, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it was absolute dog shit animation. It had so much potential when it came to like season 1 and season 2, and it just went down and down and down. I wasn't even excited for season 5 came out. I watched all of season up to season 4, and then season 5 came out. I watched like the first episode, saw the animation was still shit, and I just dropped it. Oh shit. Naruto Shippuden. There is only one place this next one can go, and it's S tier. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, okay? Hear me out, okay? I'm not going to sit here and be one of those people. Ah, it's the best anime of all time. This is my tier list, alright? Shut it. It's up here because I watched Naruto Shippuden for the first time of the first quarantine in 2020. And whilst I was working, I watched it in 3 weeks. Also, 720 episodes of this and the normal Naruto, but that's also been put in, so I'll hear that differently. There's going to be someone in the comments, oh, I watched it in 2 days. Shut up. This show brought back that inner child and excitement that Dragon Ball Z first brought out in me when I watched it, you know, back in school. Brought out the, holy shit, I want to watch the next episode. Don't get me wrong, it's got its flaws. I'm not going to sit here and call it a masterpiece. I'm not going to hear also bang about a certain someone. But that scene where she told Naruto she loved him.
I said, I love you.
What the fuck?
Was so weird and out of place. Apart from that, she's a good side character. I'm not going to call her useless, but that one part was shit. What also was kind of disappointing was the final fight where Madara gets backstabbed by Kaguya. I understand it's been put there to put so then it can be like a next stepping stone in Boruto, but it could have been done in a better way. Like we've had hyped up to fight Madara this whole time, and then he just gets but then it all gets made up for the final fight against Naruto against Sasuke. Oh, chills. We'll not argue anything else. That is staying in S tier just for my personal reasons. And then I suppose that moves us on to the normal Naruto, including anime. I'm gonna put it in B just because it is literally like 100 episodes of canon and then 100 episodes of filler. The only thing I will say, the filler actually does kind of build your relationship with the other Konoha 11, so that when they come to eventually fight in battles, you actually have a bit more of a connection to them. The fight with Sasuke at the end, awesome.
That's why he's the GOAT!
You know, you watch from the beginning, watching this kid go from hated in his village to going to absolutely loved by everyone and saving the world and being the strongest shinobi to ever exist just is good. Not sure what that is. Mob Psycho 100. Probably should watch that. It does look pretty decent, but I haven't watched it. Is this the one where he like goes into a coma and she has a child without him? If so, F, because she's a bitch. Promised Neverland. I was going to watch The Promised Neverland because I heard season 1 is actually insane, and then apparently season 2 is god awful. So I've just realised I still got this on. Oh well, it can stay on the whole time. The Kusky cloak stays on during. I think, is that Shield Hero? Haven't watched that either. Ah, Black Clover. Oh, I'm probably gonna get some flack for this one. Nah, I think it's a low B. It's good. It's right. I'm not going to try and start this off with a negative. I've watched all 170 episodes, so I clearly can't complain. I enjoyed the show. Do you think it's a little bit overhyped, though? I know, I'm sorry. Premise is, it's just typical weak person with no power, gets power, trains his ass off to make that power his own. Love it. I found a lot of it quite cheesy. All I can get stuck in my head is those goddamn demon worshippers just chatting shit.
Yeah, this sucks.
Boring. So I was just like pushing my, and I think it nearly killed the end for it, but I skipped all that filler and went straight to the actual anime, and it was good again. I'm basing that off of filler. I think my main problem with it is Yuna. I don't like him.
Know your fucking place, trash.
He's just so bland. I might need to rewatch it to understand him a bit more. He's what Jiren was to Goku in Dragon Ball Super. He's just a big, strong, powerful individual with no backstory that was just there for our main character to overcome and really prove himself to, but he just had no backstory. What I do remember is towards the end where all his team get killed by the devil and he actually starts to show emotions, thinking that he's not strong enough. That was good. I enjoyed that he had a weakness that we could see and that gave him a reason to get stronger. But apart from that, like, he was already really strong in the first place, shown as this prodigy who didn't need to try because he was just naturally good at everything. And I get now it showed us that he's the prince of the kingdom. It was just thrown in there a bit late and it didn't really get any shock or surprise out of me. The rest of the Black Balls are mostly intriguing. Some of them are a bit, who's the guy that literally wants to shag his sister?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's another thing. The jokes that get replayed in that show are so not funny. Every episode, the same thing. That guy wants to shag his sister. Finral likes women. We understand that you like women. You don't have to say it every episode. And the fact like Vanessa loves drinking, that gets rammed down your throat. Charmy loves eating, that gets rammed down your throat. Gordon likes death. It's just the same joke over and over and over again. It's just a little bit tedious. Not sure what that is. One Piece. This is also another interesting one. I have watched some of it.
Yes!
20 episodes.
No!
Okay, right. So I'm going to judge it, but I'll be fair, okay? I'll promise I'll be fair. And I'm gonna tell you why I'll put it here, because I think it's more of a flaw on my behalf more than the anime. Because the 20 episodes I watched, some of them were fun. Freaking guy with the cat claws and pretty shit, I won't lie. I've seen so many videos on like my TikTok For You page and stuff of One Piece, and it actually looks really fun to get to and watch. And I can imagine the character building, the story building, even the world building I know is good because of how many people bang on about it. It actually looks really good. I just can't bring myself to start watching the episodes. It just takes a lot of time and I just don't want to. Like when I tried it and it was like I got bored by 20 episodes and I was like, I've got to do this for another 1,000 episodes. And I get like the Enies Lobby I've heard is absolute peak fiction. I just can't. I don't know how many of the episodes are filler or you could skip, so maybe I could go through, but I'd imagine it's all not really filler. It is a world-renowned, best-selling anime ever. It's literally got statues in Japan because of how well-loved this show is, and that's why I've got total respect for it. And maybe I'll revisit this after I've decided I want to watch it, so I'll put it there because mainly it's my fault that I haven't watched it, not because the show's bad. You see? I'm trying to be honest here. I haven't watched that. Oh, people are gonna hate me. My Hero Academia.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
This anime gets too much hate because of one of the fandom, which is just a stupid reason to hate a show. It's not like the creator came around and was just like, when I make this show, I'm also going to make the people that enjoy it just utter gremlins.
Here, puppy. I know you haven't eaten today. Take a bite. Here, I'll help. Watch me.
It's not the writer's fault, because I agree, they just need to relax. And the second one is because because people complain about Deku crying too much. I don't see how that's a flaw, to be honest. I understand that whinges a lot. But at the same time, he's meant to be a 15-year-old kid with powers that literally breaks his arms every time he uses it, until like where we're up to now. I'd like to see any 15-year-old get their arm absolutely clobbered, destroyed, minced to pieces, and not cry. And then you're telling me that he has the typical breaks down, oh, I'm not good enough, cries. Loads of main characters do this. It happens all the time. Plus, the villains are top tier, especially Shigaraki. He is slept on. Friggin' crazy ass backstory. I just feel like a lot of people kind of just shove it off because fandom. I'm not gonna also sit here and call it amazing. It has got some flaws. It's got way too many side characters that aren't looked at. The fact that they had one class in the show was hard enough. It has a lot of characters that you've got to give specific time over the whole show. It shows how difficult it is of how little some of the characters get care. And then they added another class in, so then they had to show development of another 20 characters. It's just a little too much to juggle. But all in all, I think it's actually really enjoyable show. The movies are good as well. It just gets too much hate for the stupidest of things. Haven't watched that. Another big banger. Attack on Titan. It's gotta be. At the time of recording, Attack on Titan is still ongoing. It's really good. What I like about it is the no bullshit. A character dies, a character's dead. There is no punches pulled in this show.
Next day, the motherfucker was dead.
Almost everyone that you've come to love and care about dies. Honestly, I rate it. It's different. When you get all these other shows, Dragon Ball's a big problem for it. As soon as someone dies or gets in a dangerous situation, you're not scared because you know, oh, they died, we'll just revive them with the Dragon Ball. There's no consequence. The same happened in Naruto. When Neji, Kiba, Choji, and Shikamaru went against the Sound Ninja 4, it looked like they were all going to die, which I was actually, maybe unpopular opinion, would have rated more in a way because it would have had more emotion and feeling like to that scene. This arc had consequences, but then they all get back and they're all healed and it's all fine. It felt a little cheap. This is what Attack on Titan does well. And I suppose also I've got to talk about the story as well. Holy shit. The changes they pull in this, you will never be disappointed. You'll never guess what's happening. When it came to the Titan reveal, loads of people thought the female Titan when it was first revealed was Armin's mum. When the Colossal and the Beast Titan were shown, I remember people being like, oh, one or the other is the leader of the Titans. You come to season 4 and you're like, oh, this is not at all where I thought this story was going. The reveals in the show are just top tier. You never know what's coming up, and the surprises always catch you off guard. It's awesome. Haven't seen that one. Don't know what that is. Haven't seen that one. Food Wars. I need to watch that. I've heard Food Wars is actually really good. Not sure what that is. Not sure what that is. Not sure what that is. Oh! K-On! I'll put it there. Honestly, took me by surprise. A show has never just made me feel so wholesome. Found myself watching it and just laughing along, and you feel stupid because you're like, why am I laughing at these fictional characters? You never wanted to go back to school before, and then you watch this show and you're like, man, I could have done so much more cool shit and make some popping music. Fwa time, killer. Don't know what that is. Sword Art Online. F. Shit. Can't tell me different. The shittest anime I think I've watched. At least the 7 Deadly Frames had like some enjoyable parts. It didn't make sense. I like the idea of it was cool. You know, Oculus and they're getting put into this other world. Even the writer gave up halfway through. They got to level 75 and they're like, you know what? Let's just reveal the bad guy and let everyone go free.
You're Kayabe Akihiko, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Obviously, no one else can beat me at this game.
I commend you for figuring out the truth. Now fight me!
Oh shit, seriously? I was just talking out of my ass!
And not only that, then they go back, and then Asuna gets captured by this really weird paedophile, and then Kirito's got to come back in to come save her. He meets other people, and then he meets his like sister, and starts having a weird relationship with his sister.
You're my brother?
I'm your brother?
Fuck!
Fuck!
I can't believe I fell in love with my brother.
Sugu, wait! Still might have a chance with me!
His sister falls in love with him, and then what was it about that in season 1 when they had that child as well?
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Shit, it was boring, weird, cringy, didn't like it. I haven't watched that. Haikyuu I haven't watched, but apparently it's good. I haven't watched that, even though apparently that's really good. I can't remember the name of it. This is the one that's responsible for that freaking potato chips sound, isn't it? For that, it can go an F for fuck off. I haven't watched that. There's a lot I haven't watched. Oh, Dragon Maid. It wasn't crazily amazing. That was another show that I didn't think was going to be good, but ended up being really good. The plot felt a bit weird. It seemed like it was going to be this whole story about this dragon that's come back to the real world and then has problems with her dad allowing her to be in the world. And I thought that was going to be like the main story, because doesn't that all get revolved in season 1? I could be wrong. If I am, I'm sorry. Demon Slayer. I think I'm going to put it high end B, because I've found myself insanely enjoying this show. The animation is amazing. Obviously, I know how the manga ends. I think the only thing that leaves a bitter taste in my mouth about it is it could have been so much longer and still been just as good. They show us there's how many different rankings could they go up? There was so many different rankings that they could have gone up. They could have given us different characters in each like ranking. So instead of going straight to the Hashira, you could go to someone in the lower rank. They could have took on one of the lower moons. What was it? Moonsan just wiped out all the lower moons. Gone. That was like a few arcs you could have got rid of. It could have been still insanely strong demons for Tanjiro at the time, but as he going up the ladder, he trained with other people just like below Hashira sort of thing. I could be wrong, because that could just drag the story out, and it could just be unnecessary. Like, obviously there's a reason I'm not writing these books, and that it's Demon Slayer's a success, so he did something right. There's just this part of me that just thinks there could have been so much more, but apart from that, story is still good. I like Tanjiro isn't directly Yorichi's descendant, but is a descendant of Sumiyoshi, who passed down Breath of Sun to that family, and he is now passed on. I like it. And all the side characters are good as well. They all still get a decent amount of time, because we all get training arcs with them, and all the Hashira all get their own sort of like storyline. All of them have a backstory, some of them more tragic than others, but they all have one, and they all have like a conclusive arc. So I suppose that's where it benefits better for it being a shorter story and only focusing on the top than having, like I said, having look more in the different tiers. Not sure what that is. Danmachi? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I'll stick it on the low end of C. It was alright, not much to talk about. Protagonist is alright. The standard warm-hearted guy that is loved by everyone. The side character's good. It's just a bit more unique. It was like a bit of fresh air to watch, actually. I quite enjoyed it. Bleach, haven't watched. Can't lie. The new season that's coming out looks hella good, so I might have to catch up on it. Haven't watched that. Also haven't watched this, but I've heard this is good as well. I'm not a big fan of the art style, but that's not a reason to not watch a show. Konosuba, I'll put it in D. I've only watched a few episodes of it. I think it's one of those shows like DXD where you've got to watch it in English so that the jokes are more funny.
Kazuma, I want to have your baby!
My popular phase begins.
For that, I might need to rewatch in English. Don't know what that is. Fairy Tail. You know what? That can also go in D. It's just meh. But it was just every time he got into a fight, it's just all you got was I'm getting all fired up. I just found it boring. I just didn't have a good time. I mean, this is probably why they only have a fandom, to be honest.
Put those grippers away!
That could just be me not watching enough of it. Maybe I need to give it another go once again. I don't know. One Punch Man. Put it top of C. I've only watched one season of it, I will say. It feels a bit repetitive after a while. We all know the One Punch Man gag does the most minimal workout and the strongest being in the universe. So no matter what, he's going to kill the antagonist. That's what I got from season 1 anyway. I may need to watch the rest of it. Once again, I don't want to make this my final decision and someone's like, but in season 2, he develops this way. So that's where I'll put it for now. Death Note, haven't watched. Not sure what that is. Full Metal Alchemist, I've heard is really good. Also haven't watched. I need to maybe catch up on some of these because I haven't watched this either. Don't know what that is. That's not Fate, is it? But yeah, that is the tier list. Probably get a lot of flack for it. If you hate it, guess what? Suck your mum. Don't care. There might be a few things things I changed, I don't know. But like I said, I gave him my reasons behind most of them. Let me know in the comments below which one of these shows that I haven't watched I should, but that would do for this video. If you like this tier list sort of video, so let me know. I'll happily do another one. It has to kind of be something that I know. If you liked, please like, subscribe if you're new, and as always, this is my opinion. Do not judge.